Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'd like to cover a problem that I think every single Escape from Tarkov player has had to deal with: extract campers. They seem to be the bane of every player's existence, so today I'm going to share everything I know about how to beat them. Let's get to it. So what is extract camping anyway, and why is it such a Tarkov problem? Well, in EFT, after you fought and looted your way through a raid, you need to extract to secure all of your winnings. These extracts don't change, therefore if you wait at some of the common ones, you can pretty much expect a player to run right to you. This kind of advantage is similar to the one you get if you walk more than you run throughout your raids. The idea is if you make less noise than your enemy, aka waiting at extract silently, then you'll hear your opponent before they hear you. This is one of the biggest advantages you can get in Tarkov, as once you're aware of an enemy's location, you can plan the next move to be in your best interest, and ultimately, if you have enough skill, take the enemy down before they ever knew you existed. This is the essence of extract camping. Let the enemy come to you, they don't know you exist yet. You get a big advantage over the chump who decided to move throughout the raid and do the work. Well, people don't like extract campers. Extract campers don't even like extract campers, so that's why we're here in this video, because now I'm gonna tell you all the best ways to make sure you never get killed by an extract camper. The first thing I want you to do is learn the layout of the land. This idea will improve your gameplay across the board. We need to understand the area around the extract so that we have the knowledge of what players can use in a fight. I'm gonna take you guys to the extract that almost everyone seems to have trouble with to demonstrate all these points: the Emercom checkpoint extract of the map interchange. This area, I'll admit, is one of the most difficult in the game. Most of the terrain around the extract is raised up, especially when you get to the ramps and loading docks of the mall. Due to all this height advantage around the actual extract, this is a great place to come to die. Here's a spot that you might not have known about to really drive home this point. The extract camper has the ultimate drop up here and basically has line of sight on the whole area. This is a double-edged sword though, and ties us into the whole learn the layout of the land idea. Now that you, the player, are aware that this spot exists, you can be sure to check it as soon as it comes into your line of sight. This is why it's so important to know the geography. You need to think like a criminal to beat the criminal. So this goes for every applicable extract. Spend some time in offline mode just examining the area and note the places that would make excellent spots for people to wait at. Approach every single one of these areas as if you believe someone is waiting there and you're that much closer to never getting killed at extract again. The next thing we need to talk about is a general tactic when moving. It's imperative that you move near and around cover. If you want to live, it is not a good idea to run through open areas. In Tarkov, anything other than a one-shot kill gives you a fighting chance. Once you've dodged or taken the first bullet and managed to survive, you need to quickly determine which direction you're getting shot from while simultaneously finding the closest cover near you. With enough practice and a little luck, you can find safety and take time to assess the situation. Once you've pinpointed where your enemy is, the wisest option is to change positions, preferably without the enemy realizing what you're doing. None of this can happen though if you end up getting shot out in the open and die because you have nowhere to hide. Let's use the Emercom extract again to demonstrate this. I prefer heading to extract by sticking close to the east wall. This route basically has cover all the way to the exit point versus the south wall people like to run up, which has next to no cover. Use the knowledge of the land and combine that with never straying too far from cover. This puts you in an even better position when going against extract campers. Another way I like to use movement to my advantage is by never running in a straight line. If anyone is watching you from a distance, the worst thing you could do is move in a predictable straight line. Everywhere I go in Tarkov, I lightly alternate between the A and D key while moving forward. That way my character is moving in somewhat of a zigzag. Even if it's only a small deviation from your normal movement, it's worth doing. It's all about surviving that first shot. Even Shroud can be taken down and given no chance to fight back with a well-placed first shot. Now let's talk about stamina control, which is another key factor in surviving against unexpected enemies. It can be tempting to run down your stamina bar all the way in an effort to gain as much distance as fast as you can, but the truth is, this is dangerous. When you do start to take shots, you want to have an appropriate amount of stamina so you can quickly get out of the enemy's LOS. If the enemy catches you as soon as you've exhausted all your stamina, you won't be able to run and will have to walk away from his bullets or prone right where you are, which most of the time will leave you dead. A good rule of thumb is to never let your stamina bar get below half, especially in sketchy areas. You need to remember getting shot takes a good chunk of stamina away as well, so that's another reason not going below half is a safe bet. Another important tip is it's never a bad call to pop a golden star tucked away in your secure container before you cross dangerous territory, so that way if your leg gets taken out, you can still run. There's nothing worse than an enemy trying to immobilize you so they can easily pick you off. You may come across areas near extract, or anywhere really, where you have no choice but to cross open areas with no nearby cover. Lucky for you, Tarkov has somewhat of a hidden jump mechanic that can help you close gaps between cover faster than just running. In previous videos, I've mentioned the gazelle jump, as I like to call it, which is a perfectly timed jump that launches you noticeably farther than a regular jump. It takes a little practice to get used to, but once you've done it, you'll know it. This jump can be performed consistently and take you great distances in short amounts of time. Just be aware, as jumping takes down your stamina quite fast. I want to be thorough here, so this next part may sound a little funny considering what we've already talked about, but here it is anyway. Sometimes when you get caught in the open and have nowhere to hide, your best chance of surviving is to stick it and fire back. The ability to process the correct decision to make in any given situation will come with time, so don't stress over it too much. This is one of the most difficult games ever made. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew this is sometimes the answer to the problem. It is a full commitment though that could absolutely result in death, so make sure you hit those shots if you decide to stick it. This next tip may seem obvious, but we can get hung up on these things, so I want to make sure I say it. Think about the extracts that you keep getting camped at and ask yourself, is there any way I could get out by not using this extract? All maps have at least one additional extract you can take, whether it be for a few thousand rubles or some luck of it being open. Think of it as the road less traveled. You're just less likely to get extract camped at some of these places due to the fact that they're not as popular of an extract. We've been discussing interchange for all of our examples, and we can do that here as well. Bring some rubles with you and check the power station car extract. You'd be surprised how often it will be open, and I personally never come across anyone waiting around here. That doesn't mean you disregard all previous advice in this video though. You want to approach every extract with caution. Always. I said it before and I'll say it again, Tarkov is one of the hardest games out there. You're going to die, and you're going to die a lot. Don't let frustration get the best of you, and always remember your game plans and tactics. Try and ask yourself why it is that you died, and don't just blame the other guy because he was doing whatever he was doing. There's an appropriate action to take in every situation that gives you the highest chance of success. It doesn't always pan out your way, but in the end, they are just pixels and you can always get more gear later. I've laid out every single thing I can think of about how to win against extract campers here, and I hope this helps you guys out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, I stream on Twitch as well, so feel free to drop by and ask me anything. I'm always happy to help. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.